calling foreign workers to Canada on an open work permit. Hi everyone, my name is Shivani. I'm a licensed immigration consultant based in Ontario, Canada, and I'm also the founder of Zeste Immigration Services Incorporation. This video is all about Canada's new tech talent strategy. If you are a foreign worker, then you should stick till the end and watch the entire video because there's so much for you to learn. Let's get started. The Government of Canada is embracing Canada's emerging role as a leader in global tech talent recruitment and attraction to ensure Canada is not only filling in-demand jobs today, but also attracting the skills and business talent to create the jobs of tomorrow. The Honorable Sean Fraser, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, announced an approach that includes 4 key pillars involving additions and improvements to programs offered by IRCC. Let's now talk about the first program, improving labor mobility in North America by creating a streamlined work permit for H1B specialty occupation visa holders in the US to apply to come to Canada. Thousands of workers in high-tech fields are employed with companies that have large operations in both Canada and the US, and those working in the US often hold an H1B specialty occupation visa. As of July 16, 2023, H1B specialty occupation visa holders in the US and their accompanying immediate family members will be eligible to apply to come to Canada. Approved applicants will receive an open work permit for up to 3 years in duration, which means they will be able to work for almost any employer in Canada. Their spouses and dependents will also be eligible to apply for a temporary resident visa with a work or study permit as needed. This will expand the opportunities available for skilled workers to continue to pursue their careers in the high-tech sector and contribute to economic growth and prosperity in North America. This measure will remain in effect for 1 year or until IRCC receives 10,000 applications. Only principal applicants and not their accompanying family members will count towards the application cap. This program was announced by the Immigration Minister Sean Fraser on June 27, 2023 as a strategy to attract talent to Canada. While H1B visas cover occupation outside of tech sector too, it is expected that IRCC may consider already shortlisted 24 STEM occupations or introduce a new tech list to be considered for this new open work permit program. More details on this program will be made public by IRCC as we come closer to July 16, 2023. Now let's talk about the permanent residency pathways for H1B visa holders. With this new open work permit program, H1B visa holders will get an open work permit for up to 3 years. There is no specific permanent residency pathway dedicated for these open work permit holders. However, gaining 1 year of Canadian experience will definitely benefit them in increasing CRS score in Express Entry. These individuals who were previously only qualifying for FSWP, means Federal Skilled Worker Program of Express Entry, will be able to qualify under Canadian experience class as well after gaining 1 year of experience in Canada. Additionally, they'll also benefit from STEM targeted Express Entry draw. Also, these occupations are targeted by provincial nominee programs, which will further increase their chances of getting Canadian permanent residency. Now let's talk about 10,000 Canada open work permit for H1B visa holders. Well, there are roughly 600,000 H1B visa holders in the United States working for 50,000 employers. In tech occupation, layoffs in 2022-2023 is expected to exceed 100,000 in the United States. It is anticipated that 10,000 is way too less number for the new open work permit program for US H1B visa holders. And therefore, this number is expected to be filled out within a matter of day or so after the program goes live on July 16. It's almost July 16 and there is no further update on this program. However, if you have subscribed to my channel, as soon as I get to know something, I'll definitely be posting on my channel. So stay tuned, hit the bell icon if you haven't done it yet. I usually post short and quick updates on my shorts, so please go ahead and watch my short videos as well. Now let's talk about the second program, developing a new innovation stream under the International Mobility Program to attract high talented individuals. Government of Canada is planning to launch a new innovation stream of the International Mobility Program by the end of 2023. This means that IRCC will create a new exemption from the labor market impact assessment process to help high growth employers and talented workers in support of Canada's innovation priorities and high-tech industries. Yes, guys, you heard me right. This program will have exemption from the Labor Market Impact Assessment process, means LMIA. The feedback from the RCIC stakeholders on the innovation stream proposal has led RCIC to consider two options that are not mutually exclusive. First is employer-specific work permits for up to 5 years for workers destined to work for a company identified by the Government of Canada as contributing to their industrial innovation goals. And second is open work permits for up to 5 years for highly skilled workers in select in-demand occupations. Isn't that amazing, guys? Now let's talk about the third program, which is promoting Canada as a destination for digital nomads. A digital nomad is a person who can perform their job remotely from anywhere in this world. Under current Canadian immigration rules, a digital nomad only needs a visitor's visa to relocate to Canada for up to 6 months at a time while they perform their job remotely for a foreign employer. In the months ahead, IRCC will collaborate with public and private partners alike to determine whether additional policies to attract digital nomads to Canada would be desirable. IRCC expects that some digital nomads who initially enter Canada to work remotely will decide to seek opportunities with Canadian employers. When they receive a job offer from a Canadian employer or a Canadian company, they would be able to bring their skills to a Canadian employer by applying for a temporary work permit or even permanent residence. So yes guys, if you're interested in getting a Canadian visitor's visa, then feel free to contact us at www.zeste.ca or use the link given in the description box to book an appointment with me to talk about your case, and we'll get started from there. Now let's talk about the fourth program in this strategy. That is to improve existing programs that cater to workers in high-skilled tech occupations. IRCC is improving some of Canada's existing immigration programs that can benefit workers in high-skilled tech occupations, including Global Skills Strategy and the Startup Visa Program. Let's start by Global Skills Strategy. The Global Skills Strategy, launched in 2017, features 4 policies destined to support Canadian employers seeking quick access to highly skilled talent from around the world. Processing times for Global Skills Strategy work permit applications have recovered after delays throughout the pandemic. Employment and Social Development Canada, also known as ESDC, is meeting the 2-week standard processing time for Global Talent Stream, Labor Market Impact Assessments, means LMIAs for employers, and IRCC is meeting the 2-week standard processing time for the work permit applications. Next is Startup Visa Program. The Startup Visa Program provides a path to permanent residence for foreign entrepreneurs who gain support of a designated Canadian venture capital fund, angel investor organization, or business incubator for their startup. As a first step to address the lengthy wait times for applicants, more spots were allocated to this program under the 2023-2025 multi-year levels plan. This means that targets have tripled the number of permanent residents expected in the federal business category for 2023 compared to 2022. Further increases are planned in 2024 and 2025. Processing and accepting more applications will help reduce the application inventory. Recognizing the long wait times for applications due to high interest in the SUV, the Startup Visa Program, IRCC will change the temporary work permit option for SUV applicants and will allow them to apply for an open work permit for up to 3 years rather than a 1-year work permit, which limits them to work solely for their own startup. So really hope you liked this video. If you did, then please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon right there so that you get notified every single time I post a new video. If you wish to discuss about your immigration case, or if you wish to explore your immigration options, then feel free to contact us at www.zeste.ca or feel free to book an appointment with me using the link given in the description box. Thank you guys. Until next time.